Yes, gang.
No, please.
Welcome back, everyone, to Girls Not Shows, a bodybuilding podcast. It's me, it's Matty, it's Camille. Matty, how's your week been?
It has been good. I love how we start off with that every time, but that's just the natural course of things. You didn't say the episode number. What are you doing? What's he doing?
Right.
It's been very, very good. So I got a very, very, very good day yesterday. Probably overflow with emotions. Probably the most I've cried in a very, very long time. I know it's a bit weird, and now I'm joking. Anyway, what's it called? I'm not on enough anabolics. That's what it is. But I have. Yeah, I posted. Well, we fully changed the rebrand. If anyone didn't know, I'm part of the Actor Academy. Who wouldn't fucking know by now? You have to be literally Stevie Wonder to not know. But yeah, it's been pretty good. I can't lie. The reaction I got, messages from people I didn't even know knew who I was, kind of congratulating me and supporting me, and messages from clients literally just overwhelmed me. Like I got up my group chat. I was like, Jesus Christ! Everyone's just absolutely spamming me saying how good of a coach I am. And I was like, oh, pay me more then. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, they were. I love my clients. And yeah, putting them into the Archer Academy group chat felt like dropping some goldfish into some sharks, but it was still fine. And yeah, it's been a very, very good week in that sense. How has yours been, Camille, if you can even talk right now?
So I think progressively, I took my immune system to failure since Sunday.
Okay.
I've been progressively been getting worse. I spoke to my boss because I was meant to have work today at 5 to 9. I called him this morning. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No." He was like, apparently they had a bet at work. Like he predicted this. He put like £20 on that. I wouldn't come in on Wednesday because apparently I looked fucked on Monday. I didn't even know, but apparently, yeah. So that was the thing. I mean, things are going really well for the first time ever, which is quite bad that I'm only doing this probably like a year into the business. But I released some forms for all my clients to give some feedback, and I told everyone to be like quite. Not rude, but like quite blunt with it and just be completely honest. And I've got nothing but very, very positive feedback, which is really, really good. I definitely got some constructive bits to fill in, mainly. So I think a lot of my lifestyle clients are saying that the sheets are a little bit too complex, even when we flesh out the check-ins, for example, to like literally the bare minimum. And a lot of lifestyle clients are saying like maybe going towards using an app would be a lot more beneficial, which I get. You know, that makes a lot more sense for like prep and athletes, but like people who take their sort of fitness a lot more seriously. Like it makes more sense to use Google Sheets because, you know, you track more data, it's a bit more complex, etc. But some people who don't take it as seriously and, you know, aren't coaching for different reasons, and then they just want it fleshed out, and, you know, the bare minimum, getting an app would be quite beneficial. I know there was a period that Jack used an app.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago. How did that go?
Awfully. The issue with every single app is I've been with quite a few apps. I've used like 4 or 5 now, and I still ended up on Sheets. The issue is like there will be a day where it will be down. I promise you, it always happens, and your entire business is fucked that day. It's horrible. Like one day I woke up. I mean, I say one day. I've woken up several times when using an app, and everyone's like, "I don't know what I'm eating. I don't know what I'm training. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't give you check-ins. I can't do anything." And like you go on the app and it's like, yeah, it's down, and then your entire day is fucked, and all of your clients' days are fucked because the people who haven't got shit memorized are clueless. And like you'd have people where they'll be like, I don't really know my meal plan. I can't access my meal plan. I don't know what I'm training. I can't track my steps. And then you miss all of that day's check-ins, and you've got to do them the next day. And the other issue is they never let you have the level of customizability that Sheets has. So often you think of like bodybuilders as being people who need a lot of data. The thing is, often with like lifestyle clients, I'll track things like how is your boss being to you at work? How is your relationship? Like on-track meal, and then how did you feel afterwards, or food guilt, or whatever. You just have such a fine control of things, and you can track and measure these things. Whereas if you're deviating even a little bit from the way the app wants to do things, it's going to get really fucking annoying to do. So, like often with like managing people and giving people advice, if I was giving someone like advice around on-track meals, so a lot of the apps, they'll have like food, training, check-in, and then that's it, just like a notes page. And you end up on the notes page with like check-in feedback, on-track meal guidance, guide about sauces and seasonings and food, upcoming holidays and stuff like that, because there's nowhere else to get it. And it's like, again, you end up with this huge document. And often then I would be asking people to check in and then still sending them questions over WhatsApp, because I can't ask the question I want to ask through the app. So the thing is, like, I'm not a fan of apps, just because they're unreliable, because they go down. Like, I get it from a client perspective, but I've never, like, even all of my lifestyle clients, once I brought them from an app to Sheets, they were like, yeah, this is so much nicer. The biggest thing that I'll do is, for lifestyle clients, is just change things to weekly. Just be like, one box for training enjoyment, one box for stress, one box for sleep, and just keep things as minimal as possible. And try and delete as many tabs at the bottom as well, instead of hiding them. But yeah, if there's any, like, I mean, to be fair, if there's anyone who's given you that feedback, I'm happy to take a look at their sheets and tweak it. But yeah, I've never had a good experience with apps. They're fine until they're not. If you're going to do things a really specific way that the app wants you to, it's great, as long as the app stays up. And then there's just that one day a year where it goes down and everyone's fucking screaming. Whereas Google, as of right now, not having any issues with going down. And also Sheets you can still access offline.
I mean, Jack spent his literal fucking life energy into these sheets that he wants all of us to use them.
I wouldn't mind, like, I like the idea of apps. Like, they are cool, and like I've had it before. It's like your own little branded app. People go to the app store and they download it, and it's like, it looks cool, it looks like nice. It's got like its own chat in it, so you don't have to deal with WhatsApps. It's great. But again, as soon as it's like, oh, I don't have a direct way of doing that in the app, fuck, you're stumped. Like, you're screwed. It just starts to get messy. And also, like I said, when it goes down, you're also fucked.
Yeah, I don't know about me, but that just screams influencery to me when I have to download an app for something. Or is that just me? Like, I feel like Google Sheets is just much more professional. I don't know. I feel like you can just customize it a lot more. Is that that's just that's how I get it from a more, I guess I'm more lifestyle-y than you. I suppose. You know, me being, I say that I'm just a small bodybuilder. Yeah. Maybe I just need to jump on. No, but yeah, it just screams that to me. But anyway, Camille, you finish up how your week was going, because I swear we just
I was gonna say, like, Archer Academy app could be a fucking shout, you know, but that might be something for us potentially talk about later down the line.
Just imagine an Archer Academy Crossy Road, mate. Just like Jack's face on a piece of shit.
It's just like the Clash Royale.
Yeah, have Aaron as a spear goblins. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Apart from that, the business is going good. I am ill, so I'm trying to. I did have a little bit of work to catch up on from yesterday, so I'm catching up to the best of my ability. We're literally giving out rehab plans like Mother Teresa at the moment, which is really cool. The way me and Jack have got everything automated on the system, it literally takes me like 10-15 minutes. Like, if Matty or if you, Jack, you send me a message being like, this client has this issue and you do this and this, literally 10-15 minutes, write them a plan, everything's automated, just get us sent over to them, get them cracking. It's really, really fucking good. So that's really cool. Obviously, from a training perspective, there's meant to be a deload week. Obviously, I'm not even training. The concept of training right now makes me feel sick in the stomach. So definitely just taking some time off. Even the thought of doing steps, like getting outside in the cold, like I've got like a couple layers on and I'm sat in my room like shivering. So even that is fucking daunting. We are moving house. We're getting the keys tomorrow, so I'm shitting myself. I'm gonna have a lot of lifting to do over the weekend. And then there was something on Sunday. I'm going to work on Sunday, so I need to be well by then. So yeah, it's just, I think this week's just a matter of me like just firming the fucking illness, not doing anything stupid to delay my recovery and just get back to 100%, so everything can start moving like it was moving before. Yeah, what about you, Jack?
My week. I'm running on very low sleep today. Very low sleep. But other than that, it's been good. I've had 2 confirmed setups that I'm cracking my way through. And I've got a consultation after this and then 2 more this week. And fucking what's going on? Training's up to 5 days a week. We had a call, me and Camille, updated my rehab. And yeah, fucking not tons to report. Things are just kind of cracking along. Okay, to be fair, I had the GH incident and I had the road rage incident.
Yeah, I have a list of podcast gossips, and on the top of the list is road rage.
Yeah, so okay, this is a story I've like told people now a few times, but this happened to me like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I think 3 days ago. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I'm driving to the gym. There's a road closure. So I'm running late and I'm like, fuck's sake. Driving along, Fiat 500 in front of me. And then there's another car in front of that. It's like a 4x4 kind of grey car. And we're driving along. And we get to the part of this road where it goes to 60. And I'm just there. And then the car in front of me, the Fiat 500, I suddenly clock. I'm like, they look like they're slowing down quite aggressively and there's nothing there. I'm like, okay, weird. And then they did, and then they stayed at a speed and they were driving like 40. So I was like, why the fuck are we 20 miles under the speed limit? Like, conditions are clear. What are we doing? And then he just signals out the side of his car like this, like telling me to like back off. And I was like, right. I was like, okay, sure. I'm not really that close to you, but whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm driving a stereotypical car to tailgate someone. So like, you know, maybe it's like whatever. But I really wasn't that close. And when the car in front of him was there, he was a similar distance to that car. So I was like, this is weird. But from his hand gesture, you could tell this man is pissed off, right? There's 2 lads in the car. They're both very gammon faced. And the guy who's driving is pissed. He's fucking fuming at me. And I'm like, okay. And then me being that, like, there was something about his body language because I think it was because it was so aggressive. It just immediately got right under my skin. Because I'm a very mature adult, I flashed him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I flashed him and I held it because I was like, I'm not that close. Like my car has collision detection where it'll be like, you are too close to the car in front, which basically says like, if the emergency stopped, could the car stop itself? And my car was like, nah, bro, I reckon I could stop myself. Okay, so I was like, cool, I can't be that close, and I realistically wasn't. And then we're driving along, and he keeps like, he's getting bad now. He's like speeding up and then like brake check, speeding up, brake check, speeding up, brake check, speed, like slowing all the way down and then like going again and then brake check, like fucking ludicrous driving, like downright dangerous. I'm like, this is illegal. Like, this is not, you're not driving well. And then there's this one part where there's a bend and he slows right down and basically stops. And I'm stuck there behind him. And I'm like, right, we're on a bend. I can't overtake him. If someone comes around this corner at 60, it's a 60 road, I'm going to get my car smashed. Like, I'm fucked. So then, like, he does go off, and I'm like, thank fuck, no one came. We keep on driving. The road clears up. I can see the other side of the road. I'm like, right, I'm going to go for the overtake. He's in a Fiat 500. And I'm like, I know he's going to try and block me out. So I put the car in sport, and I downshift. And I like fucking floor it. And I see him as I'm going past, I see him downshift to go and like try and like speed up and block me. And I'm like, first of all, never gonna happen. But second of all, like, that's also dangerous driving and trying to block me from merging. So I ended up going, I don't want to incriminate myself, I ended up going hypothetically significantly over the speed limit. Significantly over the speed limit. And I'm like, okay, I want some gap between me and this cunt. So I keep on going. Like, I let the car, I'm not braking because I know the way and it's fine and it's sound, but I'm just kind of letting the car slowly speed down. I catch up to the car that was in front of us, chilling. We get to a roundabout, and then I see this fucking, in my rear view, this little red fuck shows up, comes driving in, this Fiat 500. And I'm like, oh dear. So again, I had my second mature moment of the day. He pulls up behind me and he's like, wanker. He's like yelling, he's screaming, he's fuming, right? This man is fucking fuming. You'd think he's on trend. We lock eyes in the rear view. I smile and I wave.
Oh my god!
And then yeah, he went absolutely ballistic off of that, and I'm there like, I'm so pissed off. My hands are literally like shaking against the steering wheel that this man wants to beef me. And then he started following me. Like, I thought he was following me. We were going in the same direction for a while, and I turned off to go to the gym, and then luckily he didn't follow. But I was like, if we both end up at Norton, that's going to be quite funny. Because like, I don't really know what I'm going to do in this reaction. Like in this interaction, there was a minute where I thought he was following me, so I was like, right, I got to think of a cool one-liner to give him. Like when we rock up, because I'm not just gonna pull up and be like, hello. I'm gonna like, I'm gonna call him, I'm gonna call him a cunt or something. But yeah, he turned off, and I was like, low key, I was like, I hope I don't get like banned from my gym for like getting in beef with someone. But luckily, he's not a member, so we're all good. But yeah, that was the road rage incident.
Yeah, I mean, there's two issues with that story. One, he drives a Fiat 500, so I think he has every single right to be upset if a fucking 30 grand BMW with you decides to fucking downshift and overtake him. But also, I'm so petty that if you then overtake him, I would have brake checked him. If he was brake checking you the entire time, I would have done it to him personally. Because I feel like I completely agree with you. I think ever since I hopped on, my road rage has been so much worse. I haven't had any like outside of the car incidents, luckily, but like there's been times where I've been stood in traffic and I've rolled my window down, and like I'm stood next to a guy because he will like fucking, he'll flash me, and then I'll go in front of him, and they're like, we're just shouting at each other. He's like, get out of the car, get out of the car. But I'll fucking get out of the car, bro. Like, luckily nothing's ever actually happened.
Boys, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's just because I'm natty, but I just get disappointed at people when they do fucking stupid shit on the road. I just look at them like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not gonna shout. I suppose that's the natty inside of me. But like, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, realistically, like, do you want a car with a non-dented side? Like, realistically, like, stop pulling out in front of people. Like,
yeah, I've only ever had two like road rage like incidents. Neither one of them was started by me. So the first one was
the first one was so funny. I don't know if you remember this, Matty, but Jack put a whole fucking thing on his story, and he was talking about it. And he was like, the way he told the story was fucking comedy.
I haven't seen it.
He was like, yeah, so this guy got out of the car, and like realistically, I could have fucked him up. Like, I'm an average, a decently sized, young male. This guy was like in his 40s, 50s. I could have fucked him up. Like, and I'm just looking at him like, you made that whole situation. And
you can tell I'm still vexed while I'm telling the story. No, but like, both times I've had people start on me, they're like in their 50s. And I'm like, one was skinny fat and one was proper scrawny. The first guy was proper scrawny, which that pissed me off because he ended up walking up to my car window and he looked at me and still kept on shouting and being like, get out of the car, get out of the car. And I was like, I'm not going to, because where I was, it was in the middle of this busy, like, I think I was driving through Hemel or something. It was like quite busy. There were tons of witnesses and stuff. So I was like, there's so many people. I'm not trying to be.
Wait, he's gonna kill this guy. What the fuck?
No, but just like, no, like, you know, when you like,
I got you, man.
Yeah. So I'm so in the right. It's unfunny. Like, everyone can see it, chilling. Like, if this is a police report, easy peasy, you're done. So I'm like, I can't do anything. But it did piss me off that he thought he had me, because like, I'm not a fighter. I'm not the biggest bodybuilder. I'm not the strongest bodybuilder. But like, I'm a 23-year-old on gear, and you're 60, and you weigh like 50 kilos soaking wet. Like, you are dead. You're gone. Like, I could actually, I could crush your skull with my hand and do it while eating meal 3. Like, it's just not an issue. But anyway, like
Fuck's sake.
this guy, that the first one, I was like driving along, it's a 30 road, and this guy pulls out at me, and I slam on the brake, and I blare my horn, and like it was so fucking close. I was fuming because I was on like I'd had a shit day. I was on my way to like me and my missus were in convoy, and like he basically almost made me like rear end him. And I blare my horn, blare my horn, and blare my horn. And he stopped in the middle of the busy street, and he got out, and he was like, "Get the fuck out of the car! Get the fuck out of the car! What the fuck you doing? Speeding?" And I was like, "Bro, I was going 30 miles an hour. Like, if that's your concept of speeding, you really are geriatric. Like, I don't know what to tell you." But like, he's there, and he's like yelling at me, and it gets to a point where I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna like 1,000 yards stare ahead. I'm just not going to respond to him. He's like, roll down the window. I'm like, no, just stare ahead, stare ahead. His wife gets out of the car, and he's like, oh, fuck's sake, get in the car. She like scolds him in public, and then he eventually gets back in the car. But mate, it's like people, I don't know, like misinterpreting what I'm doing on the road. I was just driving along, pulled out like a twat, and I blared my horn at him, basically being like, I'm unhappy, you're a twat.
No, it's because you're the most nonchalant guy driving the most chalant car.
Yeah.
That was the Polo, mate. The first one was a Polo.
Oh, really?
I was in the Polo, yeah. So I've got no idea.
Do you reckon he beefs with you because you got the same hairline as him?
Yeah, possibly, mate. He was like, yeah, we're in the
23.
Thought it was an even playing field, you know?
yeah,
Thought
yeah.
you were
Well, he saw
43.
his just receding hair, and he was like, yeah, this guy's probably 60.
I
Yeah.
am true.
I'll tell my final fucking GH story, and then I'll let you boys take over for the rest of the fucking time, because I've wasted half this time talking about myself. But basically, I moved recently. This is a really short story. It's like 3 sentences. I moved recently. I bought GH, ordered it to the old address. It's about 500 quid's worth. So I had to go back to the old house. But when I went there, they completely hollowed it. There was like construction workers and shit. Funny enough, I think a lot of them are Polish. So maybe, Camille, you could have been helpful for me, mate. But I like go to knock on the door, and there's not a door. I'm like, okay, sick. There's a skip outside. And I just like walk into this house. There's like barely floorboarding and shit. There's like the foundations of the house. And I'm like, hello? Anyone got like a package for me? And then they come over, and they're like kind of understanding what I'm saying. And they're like, what is it? What did you order? What is it? Like, what did you order? And I was like, oh, it's just something small. Yeah, it's like big. It's like this big. And in the end, I'm like, oh, it's not that valuable. You know, if it's lost, that's fine. I thought I might as well check. And then some guy hands me like the most conspicuous like brown paper bag with just the like Jack and then the address written on it, like in Sharpie. And I was like, yeah, that's mine. And they're like, yeah, they definitely think there's drugs in there, because it was like the dodgiest brown envelope ever. Fucking hell. Anyway, that's my stories, right?
Where did you move?
From, you know, I won't dox myself. You know the gym that we used to train at, like the leisure center?
Yeah.
Like basically I live right next to that. I went from one area of there to another area, same town. Yeah. I'm still on the same postcode.
I think
That's crazy. Go on, Camille, you go.
Some exciting stuff. We're not going to delve too much into this, but I had a little think after the meetup, because all this driving was really fucking killing me. I was like, if I want to do this job long term, I'm only going to be traveling more and more. And my average drive, when we have something going on, if it's clients competing, meetups, if we are meeting up, it's like 4 or 5 hours. So I was like, look, a geographical location that's more central to the UK makes a lot more sense than being up there in Glasgow. And we were looking at some places, and the one that kind of caught my eye the most was Manchester. So the week after next week, I think we're meeting up. We're actually going to Mani. So that's going to be quite cool. I think I was going to suggest maybe we do an in-person pod, and maybe we vlog it somehow. So I know Nat had one of those things. That would be quite cool if you just vlogged like fucking us going around and just being apes, to be honest.
That's a good idea. That's a really fucking good idea. I like that.
Bro's on it. Yeah, bro's on it.
Yeah, get some content out of it. But like, yeah, again, it's an exciting sort of adventure for us, because I think we're always like business orientated, but I feel like to have some time of us free, just like relaxing, but also like scouting out the local. I know Jack said he wanted to see what the normal civilian life is like, just apart from like the gyms and stuff. So that's quite fun. But anyways, enough rambling. So back to the topic. We haven't spoke about the meetup, and the meetup was on the weekend, so I think we should speak about that. I think it was fucking fantastic. There was less people than there was last time, and it was a little bit more discombobulated than last time. I feel like some people were doing fucking rehab, some people were posing, some people were training, like everyone just kind of in their own little groups. But I still fucking thoroughly enjoyed it. I think me personally, towards the end, I crashed so hard mentally. I don't know if it was the lack of sleep. I was already a bit ill. But yeah, towards the end, even when we went out for food, I was struggling to get my words out. And then obviously the little adventure that me and Matty had after that was obviously really, really fucking fun. Get home at like what, 1 a.m.
I wish I got home at 1 a.m. I fucking wish, man.
Oh, Matt, you've got to tell that story. Wait, Camille, you wrap this up, and then Matt, you tell that story because
no, Matt. Go on, Matt.
What you want me? Okay. Well, basically, I'm gonna start being a twat because me being too nice made me basically add another 4 hours onto my journey. So I'm gonna give you context here. So we went to the meetup, right? After the meetup, it was all really, really good. Saw Jack without his clothes on, saw Camille without his clothes on. I was gonna say Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, but I can't remember what the saying is. But anyway, yeah, did that. Got out of the car. Got out of the place. Went to the cars and we were like, oh, you know, Aaron, Will, and that were all getting. I thought you were all getting the same car. So I was like, it was a bit cramped. I'll give you guys some room. I'll move into the other Neo's car. It was actually Will actually went with Jack, and then it was only Camille and Aaron in the car. So I realistically should have stayed there. So I put my bag with my car keys in Neo's car. You can see where this is going. We went for food, went back, and basically we had to go back to Birmingham in Aaron's car. And Camille's bag looks very, very similar to my bag, especially with the tripod in the exact same side. I always check that that's my bag by looking at the tripod and seeing it's mine, and also seeing kind of like the back straps. They have a certain look to them, and that's what Camille's looked like. And it was next to me in the car, and I was like, "Oh, sick! Got my bag." And then I like got there, and I was like, "Why does this say like I can't remember what it said at the front, but is yours built for athlete's bag?"
Yeah, it's got a sticker that says all the gear, no idea. Yeah,
something like that. I was like, well, that's fucking not mine, is it? Look at me, I'm 170 pounds. So I got the car. I was like, for fuck's sake, don't tell me. I was like, oh, I left my bag in Neo's. Oh, that's fine. I can still get back because I was knackered. I was also crashing. I got good sleep, but before I had absolutely shit sleep that entire week. So I was still in a bit of sleep debt, I guess. And then we got back and I was like, oh, you know, it's already late. I have to get back. I've still got a 2.5 hour drive. And that was already bad. Like I was already going to get back at like 12, which was already too late for me. I got cooking to do as well. And then after that, I was like, fuck, where's my keys? Oh, they're in the bag. Where's the bag? Neo's car. And I was like, for fuck's sake. So he was all the way in the north. I think it's north in it. I don't know where he lives, but he went to his girlfriend's in somewhere. I'm not going to dox it.
North.
Yeah. So I had to get driven by Camille. Thank God he was there. Down to Monster because there's no way I would have stayed awake. Went up in the north. Came back down to Birmingham. Like I got my keys. No, I came back down. I didn't get drove back down. I had to get a train, obviously, because I'm not going to expect fucking Camille to go back just to go forward. And the trains were delayed by almost an hour. Had to come back. Drive back, and oh my god, I stopped every 30 minutes. I was so tired. I literally at that point it was like in about 3 hours into my drive, with about an hour left of actual driving with 2 stops basically. I was like, shit, this is like the trenches. Like I was closing my eyes every 15 minutes, like actually. No, it was fucking scary. Actually closing my eyes. One time I thought I was going to die, but we got back, boys. It's all right. And yeah, got back at 5 a.m. and had to get back up. No, got back at 5, went to sleep at 5:30, got up at 9. Oh, no, got up at 8 because I'm just goated. And yeah, I had check-ins to do.
Yeah, did you have your laptop when you got on the train?
Yeah, no, I didn't have my fucking laptop. That was the other thing. So I did feedback on my phone. No. Sorry, I'm actually so annoyed. This fucking woman in front of me on the train was chewing gum with the most. She opened her mouth every time she was chewing. She was sat right in front of me. She was listening to blaring music. Oh my god, man! If it was legal to beat people, I would. Like in that point, I would have literally like flying headbutted her. Actually, my mullet would probably like soften the impact. I would fucking knee her in the face, man.
Wouldn't want to suffer the impact, bro. Jeez.
Bro, I would not, bro. If she, I'm not even gonna say that. But I don't even know. I was. You could tell I'm pissed still about it, man. It was one of them sounds where you hear it and you like feel it in your mouth. Like, have you ever had that? Like, you hear it and then like it like make. Oh, nah, I can't. That and
so we get road rage and you get train rage. Is what we're
Fuck's sake, I love that.
See, when someone's acting weird on the train, I just think, what a weirdo, bro. I just, maybe I'm too natty. I just don't get it.
Maybe I'm too natty. real, man. And it's not even like they'll stop if I look at them because I'm not exactly fucking imposing. Let's be fair. Like maybe if I was 220 pounds, but I'd have to be like a sumo wrestler at that point. So yeah, that was my Sunday night, Monday morning. That was fun.
God, mate, bless you. The shit that we do as coaches just to like, keep on top of shit.
It's wild. It is actually wild. But we get it done because we fucking love it. Not getting up early, but love our clients.
What do we think of Aaron getting sponsored by Perform?
Whoa. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah, honestly, absolutely ridiculous, man. Like, it's in a good way. Like, I'm ridiculously proud. It's ridiculously awesome. Not like it's stupid. Yeah, we were having a conversation. I don't know if I'm sure I posted them before. The shots that because Aaron worked with me, left for uni, and then this past year came back. I think he came in 2023, so he's been locked in since 2023. So he's up there, but he's not quite all the way up there. But
he locks out, then locked back in.
Exactly. Yeah. We were looking at like pictures of like when he started. I remember when he started and like the physique then compared to now. And it's like, mate, fucking ridiculous. No wonder he's getting fucking sponsored. The progress that he's made is crazy.
I think I'm pushing him. I think he's got such a likable personality. I think he would be really good, not necessarily going full influencer, but doing sort of that style of content, like the voiceovers, my meal prep with me, that sort of content. I think big reason why Perform kind of pushed that for him. Even like when he does like the taste reviews, like he's just a very likable person, and I think he would get a lot of engagement and a lot of satisfaction from doing that. I know that he listens to this, so shout out Aaron.
Yeah, we're gonna get accused of glazing. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I glaze it any day.
Glazed donut flavor.
Who was it called? Camille, you remember when we did the physiques and apparently we glazed Neo too much because we got accused of glazing?
Really?
I think it was Dan Duke who was like, yeah, you fucking glazed Neo's physique. I was like, I think we glazed everyone, but maybe we fucking did just absolutely glaze him.
Glazed is such a sus word. You glazed me when we did the photo shoot.
I quite literally did, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, and then he looked at the photos after, and then he did it again.
Yeah, I glazed the pitch.
I was in the Golden Boys with
most glazed by me is Nat though. He's been the most glazed.
Yeah. Like how impressive is his like post show now? The way he's handling it, business, making content. He's not fat. Like amazing, fucking amazing. Like I keep chatting to him because we got on a call to do a little movement assessment. Obviously he's going into an ultimate fucking gaining phase right now. His first one ever. So he wanted to fix any sort of movement imbalances, but like I'm really, really fucking proud of him. I think he's 19 now, but like to be that young, I know how fucked I was after my first prep, and it took me months, about 2 injuries and a bit of testosterone and anthe to get my head back to where it needs to be. This guy did a natty, but he's just locked in. He never locked out.
Never locked out. Yeah, I mean, he's been absolutely fantastic. He's been really, really good at communicating. We've already dropped check-ins down to thrice per week instead of, what's the fancy word for 6 times? I don't know. We've already slowed down. Like we've kind of pretty much done the initial bump of body fat now. So off season pretty much begins. We're going to rub bloods in a little bit. But yeah, mate, he's fucking on it and it shows.
He was one of them people, like when he first jumped on the posing thing, he literally I remember getting the message from him because I always do that when I like someone so much. I remember our first encounter, and it was like he messaged me. I was getting Starbucks with my girlfriend. I remember my fucking order. And I got in the car, and he messaged me. He was like, "I'm 1 week out the show. Like, help me with a routine, or I'll kill you." No, he didn't say that, but yeah. So I was like, I literally messaged it. I literally sent then and there. I was like, I need to stop. We're late for something, but I'm gonna reply to this because this is urgent. I made a little video for him, talked through kind of how this will be a difficult task. It will require him to really, really be on it, really, really be actually communicating as you should be. But his response, oh my God, I've never had someone be so like locked in since 2023. No, but I've never had someone be so locked in like straight away. Like he was literally on it from the minute I sent that message. I was like, sick. Well, you know, you're gonna go far. So yeah, he's fantastic. He's just a sound guy as well. I was literally messaging him today. I was like, just talk to the camera more, man. You're so likable, and you've got such a good way. He reminds me very much of you, Jack, where like you can talk to the camera, or you can do a voice note, and like you're just very, very engaging, which is a very, very underrated thing for a lot of coaches, and in such a like kind of overstimulating and very, very kind of draining job. Your ability to actually keep retention in a conversation is actually so important, and it's just good for day-to-day life as well, obviously. But doing that as a coach is even more impressive, and he reminds me of you. Like he does that really, really well in his reels. So
that's so cute. It's as if Jack actually knows something.
Nat, I know you're listening. Your price is now doubled because we have to.
Double the dose while you're at it. Double the dose. He's so unnatural.
He's been so like in and of himself, like his actions have been sound, but his mindset and like how he's coming across has also been fantastic. So I really don't think bloods are going to be too fucky. I'm not going to lie. I think the usual stuff will be out of place, but I don't think it's going to be a like, oh shit, we need to run an extended health phase and really kind of clear things. I think it will be kind of like HDL's a little bit low. Sex hormones are obviously where we'd expect them to be in the bin. I imagine thyroid's a touch skewed, but other than that, I think like prolactin, general inflammation markers, kidney and liver, you'd hope is absolutely fucking sound. I can't imagine there's anything that's going on there. If kidney comes back fucked, I'll be like, you just weren't hydrated for that blood test, were you? But honestly, I don't think it's like obviously I've seen a fair few amount of people compete this season, and a lot of them are fucked, really, really fucked. You can see heavy brain fog, struggling, fatigued, inflamed, swollen, and like already we had a little bit of that like post-prep rebound in terms of like his body was holding on to a good amount of water, a little bit too much overcompensating from prep, and then that's already starting to stabilize and equal out. So I think his body is adapting quite quickly and getting the processes it needs to get going quite well. But he's like, he thinks pretty clearly, sleep is improving, and we're not in a mad surplus either. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I think that was our first client that all three of us had a little bit of an input, even if I just simply put my fucking elbow in a scap. That was my fucking input. But
that made him condition, mate. That's what brought his
that locked him in. Like, think about like I released all that tension, the blood flow to his brain, you know, all the
but if you did it in 2023, you would have won the shows. That's all we need to think.
Next time we'll start earlier. I am fucking really, really excited for next year now. Like actually picking my feet up in the air, because now we have this team and it's like, oh fuck, like we got 3, maybe 4 times as many clients stepping on stage next year as we do now. We don't know who else is going to join. We don't know, you know, who else wants to do #secret prep. Am I right? But like it really, really is fucking exciting. I know Jack said this last week, but like, fuck me, like next year is going to be a really, really big year for all of us. So yeah, man, fuck.
Archer Academy is getting its name out there.
Yeah, fucking, I almost called you Natty. Matty.
Fuck off,
man. Matty, out of interest, were there any like kind of, you mentioned people congratulating you, were there any like noticeable or notable figures at all? I wonder who's got an eye on your page.
No, it wasn't anyone like big. I haven't even had a chance to go through that stuff, to be honest. I had so many messages, but it was a lot of you know, like Archer Academy people, but just some random, you know, them people who follow you kind of sometimes interact or just say a random thing, then they'll just come out of nowhere and fucking say an amazing message. That's what I had for about 5 people. I didn't have anyone like big like that because I don't have that following, and you know, then people would barely follow that many people. But I mean, hopefully people are starting to realize who I am and how annoying I am. I mean, that'll be they can know me as the natty Kingsley Clough or Jack Kingsley Clough, but just with no muscle, worse at post. I'm joking, but like, you know what I mean? Like, no, like, and not as attractive as him because he is a specimen of a man. I need to get a what's it called? A mullet like him. That's what I need.
Yeah, don't get me started on Jack. This will be a real glazing podcast. We talk about.
Yeah,
Jack.
I know. What the fuck is he on? Anyway, yeah, bro, he is ridiculous. But yeah, we actually could. But yeah, it was interesting. It was really eye opening. I had a nice conversation. Me and Camilla actually could have made a podcast out of our conversation on the way back. We had a really nice conversation on the way back from Scotland, and he did say something about imposter syndrome, which I really do connect with. Like, I've done that for so long. I've seen myself as a lot. Like, I would like to say I'm very pessimistic when it comes to myself sometimes, and like, you know, I put myself down, but that drives me to do more. But I need to take, like, yesterday was the first time in about a year, and I mean that, I took a second to appreciate what I've done from literally starting something just on a laptop in my pajamas. Realistically, like, it's kind of insane. And now getting messages from people that I thought didn't even know who I am is pretty cool. And knowing that I'm part of a brand like this is a pretty good feeling. And I'm going to continue to grow. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, Jack can back me up on this, but when Jack brought me on, fuck me, did I have like imposter syndrome. Almost every day I was messaging Jack. I was like, Jack, I'm not good enough. Like, you know, I don't really know rehab. I know injuries, all of this. And like, I really got in my head because I had set these expectations of who I needed to be because I modeled myself of how good Jack was. And which is, by the way, not bad.
He locked out, boys.
He fell off. It's the hairline.
We red-handed.
All my coaching comes from my hairline.
But yeah, but like, Jack is, I mean, I sent us a voice note to the group chat earlier, but like, Jack is such a fantastic role model, but you also have to understand Jack's a little bit older than us, and also Jack is Jack. Exactly. Jack's been in the game for a while now. He's like, what, 5 years in?
Deeper. I know I did a 5-year thing.
You want to go deeper?
Technically it's been 7, but it's been like officially 5, but technically it's been 7.
So it's like classic when you post a transformation, you've been training for 10, but oh no, I've only been training seriously for like 3 years.
Yeah, I've been in the gym since I was 4, but I only started taking it seriously when I was 6.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like Jack is a fantastic role model, and like it's hard for us to ever match what he's been able to do because we don't have the same skill set as him, and we just need to. There's a reason that Jack brought you on, and it's because he values your skill set. So instead of comparing yourself to Jack, you just need to keep what you're doing and just do it more.
Yeah,
that's the full process that I had. Right, I was like, I'm never gonna beat Jack in his coaching ability. I'm never gonna be, better at nutrition than Jack is. I'm never gonna be better at PDs than Jack is. But I'm just gonna make sure that I'm gonna be better at rehab than him because that's why he brought me on. Yeah,
I mean, you definitely could beat me if you wanted to, mate. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, it'd take a while. Like, I'll back myself there. But like, bro, you've got like, you're young. You've got a million years. Like, how old are you? Like 2? You got like a million years left of life. Like, you'll be sound. You'll be sound. Like, back yourself a bit. But anyway, like, I think the thing about imposter syndrome is, like, it's so funny hearing you and Matty talk about imposter syndrome because I'm like, I bring you 2 on and I'm like, right, fuck, I got to make sure this is worth their fucking time because I'm like now associating. I've basically taken coaching and I've been like, right, get absorbed into my thing and kind of like stay over here with me. And so I'm like, fuck, this needs to be really fucking good. So for me, the imposter syndrome is the other way around of like, I need to make sure I'm staying on top of my shit. I need to make sure that I'm like, being someone to look up to. Don't know, but like
5'9", mate. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And no one's looking up to you.
I'm looking down.
Down and see my little bald spots. But like that's the thing is like there's a certain like kind of pressure that I'm placing on myself, and I feel on myself to like have to be worth that and all that. So I think the main thing I'm trying to get at is all coaches experience imposter syndrome. Like if you look at some of like we're relatively like smaller coaches compared to the likes of like Tim and Cal, etc., right? You've got like people who are out there creating results, like Natural Physique on the rise at the minute. I can't imagine the imposter syndrome and the pressure that they're feeling, and I imagine that extends all the way to pro coach. And you know, like Tim and Christian, who are considered like phenomenal coaches, been around for a while. Like I know from speaking to Tim, he gets imposter syndrome all the fucking time. Like he's like, if I take a sec to think about what's really going on, my head just crumbles. So I'm like, how the fuck am I going to take like 200 athletes to stage? You just do it, and it just gets done. And then you're like, holy shit, I've done it. What the fuck? But like, you know, it's one of those things where no matter what stage you're at, you're always going, right now there's pressure and there's expectation on me. And like, I was kind of talking to you, Camille, about like, you're going to get pressure placed on you because of your physique and because of your potential. The same way that like people put pressure on Jeagles because when they can see that like you've got a good amount of potential and you are going to go far, there is more pressure on you. Like that's going to happen. Whereas if you're a bit more kind of middle of the pack athlete, there's going to be less pressure on you. So imposter syndrome happens across the board, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and that, like it is as much as we can spin this into like not negative, but be like this is what it is, right? This is all like all three of our kind of things about like what we talked about there is all good because it's only stemming from a progressive mindset, right? Like you're saying, you want to be better for us, we want to be better for you, and that is the bare minimum as coaches. But we do that to ourselves every single fucking second of every single day. I don't know if you're like me. I presume so. Literally, when you take a minute to sit down, even if you've allotted time to relax, it's crazy that as humans we have to do that now. But that's what happens when you're fucking good at your job, and you give excellent service, which I would like to say all three of us do, and I've seen it in action. So yeah, I just want to. It's pretty cool to be part of this. Is basically what I'm saying, and we're very, very progressive here. You know, I'm not gonna. I was gonna go into like yes, we all. You know what I mean. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice to hear that other people have that. But again, we have to like be like, right, well, that's a thing. Let's still do our job. Like we don't just wallow in it like some people do. Like realistically.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's it, Matty. What you just said there is just like results don't care about emotions. That's a quote that's stuck with me a while now. But honestly, like we can all sit here and say we got imposter syndrome, but realistically, we're still going to get the work done. Like we can bitch about it, but like the work still gets done regardless. And I feel like that's the most important thing, because it's the same thing with bodybuilding. Like you're going to go through phases where you feel fat, you're going to go through phases where you don't feel like a bodybuilder, you're going to go through phases where you know you don't feel like doing what you want to do, but you do it anyway. And that's why coaching and bodybuilding go together hand in hand, is because that mentality of like, I don't feel like I want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, is basically the principle of how this fucking shit is run.
Yeah, 100%. I think the key thing about imposter syndrome is it's completely pointless letting yourself get controlled by it, because it comes from success. Like there's no imposter syndrome for the guy who's like got one client, has been coaching for 30 years. You know, it's just like, well, I'm clearly shit at this, why am I still doing this? But that imposter syndrome and that pressure comes from doing well. And I like that as well. Like I know if I didn't have you two here, I would not hold myself to the same standard. Because if it's just you and like coaching's going okay and clients are doing okay, it's like, okay, cool, I'm probably doing all right then. But if I've got people that I'm managing and I'm like, right, I need to make sure my plate is full, your plate is full, your plate is full. I need to make sure that like the lane that I'm staying in, I really am the most knowledgeable in this and staying on top of my shit. And like, if you're asking me questions, I need to be there and snappy and able to respond and able to manage things. Because like, if the business is going pear-shaped, you're going to look to me and be like, Jack, what the fuck do we do? Fix it. Right. So it's now my job to make sure that stays consistent. And so like, I think that just brings out the best of everyone, because all three of us are like, fuck, what can I do for the other two? And like, that just makes all three of us work so much better, because Matty's like, right, I need to be fucking on it with the posing, because Camille's rehabbed the fuck out of them and Jack's made them wham. And then we're all thinking like vice versa. I'm like, right, I need to get them wham because Camille's just fixed their fucking knee. And then Matty's made them pose perfectly, but their chest is still shit. I need to grow that. And like, or I need to not fuck this peak because, oh my God, the posing is on, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It goes around in circles. But like, because we all build off of each other, and obviously we all coach as well. It's all like, okay, I need to make sure my client results are matching you guys' client results. It can't be like Matt post a transformation, Camille post a transformation. It's nuts, and mine's just like really mid. You know, it's like even within our own bodybuilding, we're all trying to as well like stay up to pace with each other in a communal way rather than the normal competitive element that bodybuilding has, which I think is constructive as fuck.
I think so. I think I just love the dynamic of having a team. Not to say that just working with Jack was bad. Obviously, I did enjoy that as well. But I think having Matty here is just it. Like I said, or like we said, we had that conversation in the car. We were just relating a lot of things. And one thing that came up is like managing a relationship while being a coach. And even just that, like being able to relate to another person, being able to, you know, communicate and kind of share the struggles, but also the successes, and like you said, bounce off each other, hold ourselves accountable. It's not as competitive as bodybuilding, but it's a similar sort of situation where, you know, like you said, we're looking towards each other. If we see one person doing well, it kind of motivates us to provide as good of a service and even try and beat that. And I think that's the sort of the healthiest like environment you could put yourself in mentally. You know, at the end of the day, something that I've struggled with in the past was like finding friends that I feel like share similar sort of ambitions as me. I think naturally I'm quite an ambitious person, and Jack was the first person to kind of acknowledge that and be like, look, I'm also ambitious, let's do this thing together. And it's so nice and comforting to have Matty here, who also is ambitious as fuck. And it's like, it doesn't make me feel bad for, you know, saying, oh, you know, I want to win this trophy, or I have this business idea that I want to do. It doesn't get shut down. It's constructive. It's like, oh, do you know what, that's a good idea, let's do this and this first, you know.
Yeah, completely agree. I'm conscious that Jack has a call in 3 minutes, so we might want to wrap it up there. Don't laugh, Camille. And yeah, you want to Jack, do you want to wrap it up for me? How about that? You can
all right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you found this interesting and all good. We're gonna do next time a physique posing, and then maybe as much as you can, like visually, like a kind of movement assessment, or like a little kind of rehabby thing. Basically, we're going to look at your physiques and we're going to critique them to the best of our knowledge across our different opinions about what you guys should do moving forward. All of our links are down below. You can inquire with the inquiry link, covers all three of us. You can select who you want to work with, and if you're not sure, then it will ping over to me and I can ask you some questions and we can find you the right fit. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a gay old day. Yay.